Welcome to Montana Overflights, a new series where I am going to show you, using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the joy, the beauty, and the grandeur that is living here in the Big Sky Country. We're going to start off this series from my own hometown airport here in Missoula, Montana, home of the University of Montana and Montana Grizzlies. We are going to take this beautiful blue Cessna 152, go around the valley. I'm going to show you that. I'll show you some of the other valleys that are surrounded, and then we'll come back. How about that? All right, so if you are looking for detailed flight information and flight procedures, this is not the series for you. There are plenty of other people out there who do that. I fly for fun. And I think it's really important that people fly for fun. So we're going to be doing a lot of inside views, but we're also going to be doing a lot of outside views. We're going to watch this airplane, because that's one of my favorite things to do in Microsoft Flight Simulator, is to actually watch the airplane from the outside, because, well, you can't do that in the real world. So, what do you say we get ready to fly? All right, here we are in our 152. First things first, turn on your fuel. I have learned flying this simulator, the one thing I almost always forget will be turning the fuel. Turn the yoke off. We're going to look down here. Battery on. Altimeter on. Turn the beacon on because we'll be starting engines soon. Turn on the mixture. We'll just put it to rich. Check our elevator trim, which is good. Radios are A-OK. And we'll look up, we'll look left, we'll look right, advance the throttle just a touch, and clear prop. It is a July day outside for simply good VFR flying, which means that since we are using one of the presets, we don't need to deal with our altimeter at all. I think. I'll finish getting our lights on here. Taxi lights on. Nav lights. Speedo heat is on. Carpet is cold. So in addition to when I fly for fun, one thing I really like to do is I like to use the built-in ATC. I know that right now, at the time of this recording, it's actually not very good for IFR. But for VFR, it gets the job done. I also have a little widget that I downloaded that removes these menu buttons when I mouse up over them. So let's check our ATIS real quick here while our plane warms up.
Missoula Airport information Kilo 1500 Zulu. Wind 255 at 7. Visibility 7. Sky condition, few clouds at 800 feet. Temperature 9er. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.902. Visual runway tree 0 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 0. DSR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have Kilo.
And we won't need to. We're gonna depart. Well, I mean, technically we're gonna depart east.
Missoula ground, Cessna November 5473 Oscar with Kilo request taxi for takeoff east departure.
Cessna November 5473 Oscar taxi to and hold short of runway 30 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 118.4 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 30 via taxiway Alpha Cessna 73 Oscar.
So what I am gonna do, and you know, this is stuff that I never see on any of my other flight simulator channels. You know, I'm gonna turn it over to my co-pilot here to manage my comms. If I'm using AI traffic, which I like to do because it's no fun flying in a vacuum, you have to use the ATC. Otherwise, you know, it doesn't work. Brakes are off. Let's roll. You know, this sim has come so far since, you know, I started playing really heavily in Flight Simulator 2004, Century of Flight, and whatnot. And then I played FSX for a long time, and I built the computer that I used to play this one solely for Flight Simulator. And for all of the issues that it has, it is absolutely stunning. Visually, it's stunning, and I think it's going to keep getting better. But it's little things, right? It's like the fact that we don't have any taxiway signs here. You know, there are no taxiway signs, but because this is my airport, I know that we're going to come down here to Alpha, and then it'll be a Alpha 1, most likely, because Alpha 1's the first one, furthest down, runway 30, and then Alpha 2, etc., etc. So, but I will check back in with you as soon as we're ready to take off.
Missoula Tower, Cessna November 547 Oscar at runway 30 ready for takeoff east departure.
Cessna November 547 Oscar cleared for takeoff. Runway 30 east departure approved.
Cleared for takeoff runway 30 Cessna 73 Oscar.
All right, I've done all of my pre-takeoff checklists. The co-pilot is awake. By the way, in case you're wondering, his name is Fred Barkins. He's been flying with me in virtual aircraft since I've been flying virtual aircraft. He's awake, so he's managing our radios. It's going to be left traffic out of here. All right, let's turn the juice to the moose and turn her loose. In case you're wondering, I'm flying on a Satec SX56 Rhino, and it is a wonderful, wonderful joystick for this application. And in the words of Ludix Aviation, welcome to the skies. That was a little bit of trim there, it would appear. I'll get trimmed for that climb. At this speed,
Cessna 73 Oscar, continue for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Missoula Tower, Cessna November 547 Oscar, continue for east departure.
And there we go. Welcome to the overhead of Missoula International Airport. We will take the traffic pattern and then we will exit. We've been cleared for our departure, so we're going to come here. Not the perfect traffic height, but it's going to be what we fly. Looking down that way, that's the Bitterroot Valley, heading towards places like Lolo. And the Green Bank. Okay. Right, right, let the tour begin. The two mountains in front of you, with the L and the M respectively. The one on the left is Mount Jumbo, the one on the right is Mount Sentinel. The L on Mount Jumbo stands for Loyola Sacred Heart, one of our local Catholic high schools, and the large M on Mount Sentinel is for the University of Montana, which rests at its base. There are trails to both of them. We'll look at the zigzag trail heading up to the end as we fly over it. We're heading into the retail heart of Missoula. The road below us immediately is Reserve Street. You can see all the large box stores that line Reserve Street. Montana Rail Yard is off to our left, formerly of the Northern Pacific. The low hill in front of us is Waterworks Hill. I-90 is the road you see running along Waterworks Hill there. And the area immediately below us is known as the North Side. In one of those homes down there right now, as a matter of fact, is where we are actually recording this. Yes, my house is
Cessna 73
there.
Oscar, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Missoula Tower Cessna November 5473 Oscar frequency change. Spokane
As we,
approach Cessna
come
November
over Waterworks
5473
Hill
Oscar is type Cessna 152 5 miles southeast of Missoula.
You can see
Request
the
flight
development
following.
of the
Cessna November 5473 Oscar, Spokane approach. Squawk 2417. Squawk 2417 Cessna 73 Oscar.
And there's the L.
Cessna 73 Oscar, radar contact 5 miles southeast of Missoula, 3,900 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
And there at the base of the mountain, you
Copy,
can see the
Cessna
University
73
of
Oscar.
Montana, home of the NCAA Championship Grizzlies. Here's Hellgate Canyon. Heading to the east. And as we fly over the University of Montana, you can see the M trail, that zigzag trail. It goes up to the M, a very popular hike here in Missoula. We're now flying over the university neighborhood, the neighborhood where I grew up in. Directly in front of us is the hill. Beyond it, that way, is the South Hills. And then looking up this way is Paddy Canyon. And that road actually goes all the way around Mount Sentinel and ends just outside of East Missoula by the Canyon River Golf Course. You might take that trip in a future video. You can see the development. Hillside here. There's a lot of development going over here in this neighborhood. There is Reserve Street again. cross over the Bitterroot Branch. And out here is Blue Mountain. We are gonna circle back around here, and we'll do what I call the Miss Montana loop. Miss Montana is one of the airplanes at the Museum of Mountain Flying out at the airport. Whenever she returns, they make a big loop around the valley so that everybody can see Montana's airplane. I actually profiled Miss Montana on another video here on the channel. I'll throw a link in the description below. But I have to say that the visual depth of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is absolutely astounding. That's Walmart down there. That was actually our first Walmart that we got. There's actually two of them. You can see the bridge where it crosses over the river there. That is US 93 South. Let me see if we can get a landing clearance here. I'll throw the co-pilot to
Missoula Tower Cessna November 547 Oscar is 6 miles south with kilo to land.
Cessna November 547 Oscar Missoula Tower. Make straight in runway 30. Altimeter 29.9er, 2 wind 256 at 7.
which is perfect.
Fly straight in runway 30 Cessna 73 Oscar.
Immediately in the center of the screen, you can see the Missoula County Fairgrounds. What's interesting is Big Maps hasn't updated. That racetrack that you see there is no longer there. As we continue our descent here towards Mount Sentinel, we'll be passing over Dorn Blazer Field, home of University of Montana soccer teams. And immediately to the east of that, there's Dorn Blazer right there. Immediately to the east of that is our softball fields, home of our softball team. Don't know if you saw it there, but we're flying over the X's. Residential housing for university students, and once again flying over the University of Montana. Coming over downtown now. That is the Van Buren Street Bridge immediately in front of us. The tall building you see right there is the Millennial Building, or a representation thereof. And the
Cessna 73 Oscar cleared to land runway 30.
That
Wind
is the
256 at
Missouri
7.
River below us. We are proud of our rivers.
Cleared to land runway 30 Cessna 73 Oscar.
Right, so we are clear to land. Flying right down that right now. I'd love to do some more exterior views, but in the 152 without autopilot, trying to get the plane to do stuff and take good exterior footage is tough. We'll get some. Well, that is a really short look at where I live. Landing view there. It is a wonderful, wonderful place to live. I might do some more videos showcasing some of the areas around Missoula in Montana Overflight. And I think I'm going to go flaps. I will say that the new flight model is definitely different if you're used to the old flight model, like so many of us were. We are a little high, but pulling the power is helping. Just waiting for that top light to go red here. Flaps 2. Counter trim. We are actually quite high, but speed's good. There's our glide slope right there. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Try to hit that center line. A little more power. Just slightly, and we're left, straightening up. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, center line, looking good. Be patient, and there's the flare coming off. Hold it. And the kiss. Flaps coming up.
Cessna 73 Oscar, turn next taxiway.
We're going to do just that.
Cessna 73 Oscar, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er Cessna 73 Oscar.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this first Montana Overflight. I have a lot to figure out about how to do these flight simulator videos, so please don't let the quality of this one turn you off from subscribing and getting more of these really rather cool Montana videos. We're going to be exploring all over the state, hopefully in less than 30-minute videos, and I hope you join me. So I guess for me and my co-pilot, Fred Barkas, thank you for joining us. Catch you on the next one.